Well, hello, lovely poetry people, and welcome to the Poetry Pea Cast, your cosy corner for haiku, senryu, and the occasional travel daydream. I'm your host, Patricia. And if you're a regular, you might think you've tuned in to a travel show today because we're off to Borneo, and not for the first time. But don't pack your suitcase just yet. You won't need sun cream, unless, of course, you're a very dedicated method poet. Just bring your notebook, in case inspiration hits. This week, we're all about elephants. Gentle giants in haiku form. And in the case of our video prompt, little giants. We're talking pygmy elephants. There are verses from Linda Ludwig's very last editorship of the video prompt, treasures from past Poetry Pea Journals, and a few other elephantine delights from around the haiku world. And you've still got time to send in your own haiku or senryu for this month's video prompt. It's Amy Watson's first time in the editor's chair, so let's give her plenty to work with. Remember, post your poems in the comments because they won't be seen otherwise. And that would be awful. Like making a cuppa and forgetting the tea bag, or even worse, and I've done this myself, adding salt instead of sugar. Terrible. Now, are you into quizzing? Because I've got 5 cracking facts about Borneo that'll make you sound frightfully clever at the next pub quiz. Of course, that will depend on whether they're asking questions about Borneo, but hey-ho. So anyway, the world's largest flower, the Rafflesia, I hope that's how it's pronounced, is found in Borneo and is known as the corpse flower due to the pongy nature of its smell. The island itself is divided among 3 nations, shared by Malaysia, Indonesia and Brunei. Personally, I've been to the Malaysian part, or one of the Malaysian parts, so I've got lots left to explore. Okay, I know that's not going to be any use in a pub quiz, but there you go. The island's rainforest is one of the oldest in the world, estimated to be, get this, around 130 million years old. And of course, it's known to be the home of orangutans, one of the only 2 places in the world where they live in the wild. Sadly, I didn't see any in the wild. Another reason I have to go back. And Mount Kinabalu is on the island, obviously, and is the highest peak in Southeast Asia and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There you go. You can thank me when you're picking up the prize at the pub. So if you have a lust for travel, I can honestly say Borneo is fantastic. Okay, notebooks out. Here's some poetry from Linda's last video prompt to help you find your muse. Thanks so much, Linda. Stellar job. And congrats to all the poets featured today. River's edge. Baby elephants snorkel in the reeds. River's edge. Baby elephants snorkel in the reeds. Dara Royal. Elephants in the green, echoes of water. Elephants in the green, echoes of water. Sarah Cavallo. The old elephant nudges his slumbering mate. Bath on the riverbank. The old elephant nudges his slumbering mate. Bath on the riverbank. Anne Curran. Elephants at play making memories they won't forget. Elephants at play, making memories they won't forget. Jennifer L. Blank. Midsummer day, two elephants hug the green bushes. Midsummer day, two elephants hug the green bushes. Hifsa Ashraf. Monsoon dusk, ripples shimmer around the dance of trunks. Monsoon dusk, ripples shimmer around the dance of trunks. Nina Singh. River grasses rustle in the wind, the water and the waving trunk. River grasses rustle in the wind, the water and the waving trunk. Matt Snyder. And that's a little bit like the punctuation John Wills was using, featured in last week's podcast. Worn out by summer, no place to hide from the heat. Cold river flows by. Worn out by summer, no place to hide from the heat. Cold river flows by. Ian Richardson. In the water, splashing together, a summer river flows. In the water, splashing together, a summer river flows. Rupa Anand. No one addresses the elephant in the room. Wild grasses. No one addresses the elephant in the room. Wild grasses. Arvinder Kaur. Swish, plunk, bubble, splash. Riverside water play. Elephants. Swish, plunk, bubble, splash. Riverside water play. Elephants. K. Schwartz. With grunts of contentment, finding a favourite waterhole. With grunts of contentment, finding a favourite waterhole. Kim Clue. And finally in this section, a poem from this month's video prompt editor, Amy Watson. If you haven't put your poem in the comments section of this month's video, please do. Let's show Amy what we're made of. Heat shimmer. The river bending around an elephant. Heat shimmer. The river bending around an elephant. Amy Watson. Okay, let's talk pygmy elephants. Imagine, if you will, an elephant, but someone's hit the fun size button. They're smaller than their African cousins, but still rather large, between 8 and 9.8 feet apparently. These elephants, these Borneo pygmy elephants, have been isolated on the island for approximately 300,000 years. And because of that, they've developed some unique genetic traits. For example, they've got really long tails, sometimes brushing the floor, and baby-like faces. And where they have got tusks, They're straighter than you might expect. Sadly, they're endangered. Their populations threatened by habitat loss, fragmentation of the herds, and poaching, of course. So they need all the help they can get to survive. But let's not forget their bigger cousins. I have a few poems about them. Zoo elephant. Does he dream also of distant savannas? Zoo elephant. Does he dream also of distant savannas? Deborah A. Bennett, from the Poetry Pea Journal 2/23. Jungle safari. The sun rides on an elephant. Jungle safari. The sun rides on an elephant. Lakshmi Iyer, from the Poetry Pea Journal 2/23. A child looking at ants. An elephant looking at universes. A child looking at ants. An elephant looking at universes. John Tagliabue, from Haiku in English. Savannah Crossroad. Jeep tracks through elephant dung. Savannah Crossroad. Jeep tracks through elephant dung. Malinthra Pereira, from Shadow Elephants, Red Moon Press, 2024. Now, to finish up, I want to read you just a few more short-form poems about Borneo. Kinabatangan Cruise. We plant a tree, hoping it will save an orangutan. Kinabatangan Cruise. We plant a tree, hoping it will save an orangutan. And staying with our cruise, Kinabatangan Cruise. Proboscis monkeys stare as we wave goodbye. Kinabatangan Cruise. Proboscis monkeys stare as we wave goodbye. And those were by John Tiong Chung Hu. I found them on Poetry Hunter. And lastly, a haibun entitled Borneo, A Christmas Tale, by one of our regulars, Matthew Coretti, and this one was featured in Contemporary Haibun Online, issue 16.1. Borneo, A Christmas Tale. Island ferry. The captain navigates by oil rig lights. Island ferry. The captain navigates by oil rig lights. First port of call, Labuan, Malaysian territory. Here, duty-free shops overflow with Asian Santas. I knew this would be no ordinary Christmas, if there is such a thing. Happy Christmas! A beggar offers up his wooden leg. Happy Christmas! A beggar offers up his wooden leg. The muezzin calls midday. I turn again towards the port, step over the slow trickle of water. Young men hurriedly perform ablutions. Old men kneel facing Mecca, hands folded. Seaside mosque. Sins drain into the surf. Seaside mosque. Sins drain into the surf. Coffee shops hum soft Christmas carols, some semblance of the familiar. I ponder the meaning of the season, board again the ferry, descend into second class. Slow sway of the sea, dreams of sugar plums that never come. Slow sway of the sea, dreams of sugar plums that never come. And that, as I said, was by Matthew Coretti in the great tradition of Haibun, a little travel diary. So, has today's poetry inspired you to visit the beautiful island of Borneo? If you do get the chance, go. I can personally recommend it. And yes, I am plotting my return. Before you head off to pack your bags, I'd love to hear from you. How are we doing at Poetry Pea? What could we do better? Are there any topics or themes you're dying to explore? Your feedback helps keep this little poetry corner of the internet buzzing, not to mention my poor old brain whirling. And lastly, your missions for the week. Put your poems in the comments of the video prompt, please. And then take a peek at our general submissions diary for more ways to join in the short form fun. So until next time, keep writing. And don't forget to check the show notes for any links we've mentioned today. Ciao!